behalf of all Jamaicans, I just want to say thank you to the world for helping us to rebuild our country. Jiggy, jiggy, and march, march. But make we dance with it now. Come make we march, all Jamaicans. We are one big family. Time come for deliverance. So make we march in unity. Whether PNP or Labour rights, our God loves all of we. We are marching on to progress. Jam down and be all of we. Everything Melissa broke down, we are gonna build back. We are gonna build back better than before. Every house we broke down, we are gonna build back. 'Cause our God have blessings in store. Time come to rebuild together. 'Cause Jamaica is our home. We are stepping out of darkness into the light. We're gonna build stronger roof and doors.
Good evening, Labour Roots, and good evening to all other comebacks watching this channel. Welcome to another episode of Political Hard Talk. I am your host, none other than the greatest Labourite alive. Good evening, my people. Good evening. Now, many of us would have already heard the news, that Jailan Silvera, is planning to make a plea. Now, the question is tonight, should the DPP accept that plea? However, before we get into that though, let's roll up the evening shout-outs, my people. See? So Anita Earlford, good evening. Beverly Clark, good evening. Danit, big up yourself. Annette, big up yourself. Lifestyle Politics, big up yourself, my moderator. Arlene, big up yourself. Sylvan, big up. Marcia, big up yourself. Ricardo, big up yourself. Mama Marcia Cunningham, big up yourself. Bertie, big up yourself. Jones, big up. Ellen, big up yourself. Maro, big up yourself. Ivan, big up yourself. Monica Tennant, big up yourself. Sophia, big up yourself. Winsome Radcliffe, big up. Pauline James, big up yourself. Larry, big up yourself. Glenmure, big up yourself. Shania, big up yourself. Mary, big up yourself. Nicola, big up yourself. Good evening. Now, I want to hear from the females this evening again, as this is a topic that is very touchy right now. Shirley, big up yourself. Good evening. Stimb, big up yourself. Heal up. See you popping. See? So we're going to move to the news clip from Nationwide today as the news broke. See? So let us hear from Tyrone at Nationwide.
News is brought to you.
And by the way, my people, the PNP spreading propaganda that Cliff Hughes died. Cliff Hughes did not die. Cliff Hughes is still alive, my people. See?
By the Contractor Center, providing building solutions for everyday challenges.
Good morning, listeners. At 11:25 a.m. on this Monday, February 2, 2026, Nationwide News can report that Julian Silvera, the former member of parliament for Western St. Mary, has given instructions to his attorney to change his plea to guilty in the matter concerning the death of his wife, Melissa Silvera. We understand that Julian Silvera's plea is his position, his instructions are that his plea be changed to guilty relating to the charge of manslaughter. That is what we understand, not murder. He's not pleading guilty to murder. but that he's pleading guilty. He wants to plead guilty to a charge of manslaughter. Now, it's of course up to the prosecution to determine if they will accept that course of action in this matter. But a significant turn of events, and we understand that it follows the publication of ballistics evidence. Of course, the government would have had its own evidence from the ballistics office. The defense would have, of course, sought to get their own, and based on how both sets of tests correspond and the overlay, we have been made to understand that it is the considered opinion of the man at the center of this matter, Julian Silvera, that his plea be officially recorded as guilty to the charge of manslaughter. I repeat, Julian Silvera, we understand, has told his lawyers that he wants to plead guilty to the charge of manslaughter in the matter concerning the death of his wife, Melissa Silvera, at the couple's matrimonial home. We'll have much more on this story in subsequent newscasts.
The breaking news was brought to you by the Contractor Center, providing building solutions for everyday challenges.
Well, welcome back, listeners. Massive breaking news item there from Nationwide's George Davis, the former People's National Party Member of Parliament for St. Mary Western, Julian Silvera, we are being told is to enter a plea of guilty to the charge of manslaughter in relation to the death of his wife. Yeah. And of course, that case, that trial there in the gun court, the 52-year-old businessman was arrested and charged on January 18, 2024. He was charged with murder, but as you heard there from George, what he has pled guilty to is the lesser charge of manslaughter. Yes, he has been in custody since the shooting death of his wife, I think, in November 2023. I think, based on reportage here that I'm looking at, previous reportage. Look, a massive development there in this story. It is one that has been on the radar. People have been watching it. There have been some developments in relation to the media being able to cover it and so on and so forth, the media not being allowed to cover the matter. We're hearing now that the 52-year-old businessman that was arrested and charged with murder has pled guilty to, or is to plead guilty to, manslaughter in relation to the death of his wife, Melissa, in November in November 2023. Right. So we'll have greater details, further and better particulars for you in subsequent newscasts. But this is a major development, and we will definitely keep you posted on this one. We're pretty close to our next break, yeah? So let's take the break and come back with more of your calls. By this Monday edition of Cliff Views Online, if you're just joining us, we are returning from the break, fresh from a major breaking news item there from Nationwide's George Davis in relation to the trial of former People's National Party Member of Parliament for St. Mary Western, Julian Silvera, who was charged with murder, the murder of his wife, and look, the matter is being tried in the gun court. The 52-year-old businessman was arrested and charged on January 18, 2024 with murder, and had been in custody since the shooting death of his wife, Melissa. Of course, you remember the details. It wasn't initially thought to be a murder until the post-mortem was done. Look, lots and lots to be explained in this particular trial. And I know it's one that the public has been looking to. Look, man, I'm telling you, this is a major, major development. We're talking about a former legislator, in our country, being charged with the murder of his wife, and we're now being told that he is to plead guilty, not to the charge of murder, but to manslaughter. And then we'll see how the Crown takes it from there. We, of course, will continue to watch this one for you, and we will try to, of course, get the people with the expertise to talk about where we go from here in future programs. I'm told though, is Delroy still on the line? Delroy, are you there? No, it doesn't seem we have Delroy. Sorry about that, Delroy, but we have that clip though from the PNP's media conference that at least 3 people have called about in relation to what has happened to the funds the PNP collected for victims of or persons affected by the passage of Hurricane Melissa. Nora, are we ready for the clip? Let's take the clip now. All right, it's. Are we still preparing it?
In this matter, I did make a promise to my listeners that I would ask this the next time I had an opportunity, so I bring it here. We're still in the recovery phase from Hurricane Melissa. The People's National Party has courted donations from individuals on behalf of that effort. Is it the intention of the opposition to make available to the public what has been collected in terms of the quantum and what that sum has been used for in the spirit of accountability?
Well, the People's National Party has always been very transparent and open with our financial accounting. Annually, that is published, audited financials, and I'm certain that this will form part of that process. In the meantime, we urge the government to be transparent and candid and to tell the nation what they've done with the millions they've raised in the name of Jamaica to build back constituencies such as South St. James. We're still waiting to get some of that.
So, yes, we have put in place a structure. We created a new structure after Melissa with a national disaster risk management committee within the party. There's a chairman who is Fitz Jackson. There's a projects director who is the treasurer of the party, Senator Keisha Anderson. And part of their mandate is to ensure that there's full accountability and accounting for any relief that is administered through the party. So those reports will be prepared and will be made available in the appropriate channels. What I would say is that what we...
Has anybody noticed how old Nikisha has been looking since what day? Run gang and take up things when I concern him. Wanna see how old he look all of a sudden? Anyway, we continue to listen to Bucky Massa.
I've heard is that there have been many billions of dollars of emergency procurement by the government. Emergency procurement means that there is no proper tendering and you don't know whether you're getting value for money. Now, I'm not saying that the circumstances didn't warrant using that procurement methodology. What I am saying is that the accountability for those resources becomes all the more critical. And we don't know what mechanism the government is going to provide to assure the public that those resources have received value for money. I remember arriving in Black River a few days after Melissa, and I saw a member of parliament, not from St. Elizabeth, on a street corner. And when I asked, I was told trucks were being used for the cleanup. So there you go. From the day one almost, the potential for nepotism, the potential for persons getting the benefit of their inside connections was being manifest. And so I feel that this is very important and that I ask the media to ensure that they hold or try their best to hold those who are responsible for these huge resources being expended are held accountable for how it's being done. Similarly, in relation to the university hospital matter, I realize that the media is fixating on the allegation made by one media house.
I know Mark Golden can't reach the man question when man ask about the money where they collect. See? That the man ask, about the money where PNP collect, where PNP say, see we are PNP who want to help some people, send them the money come give away. See GoFundMe. That the man ask. I know Mark Golden can't reach this yet. We continue to listen to Bucky Swamps.
When you look at the report, there are many important issues in that report that need to be addressed and should not be swept under the carpet. There are multiple players involved, and it's important that we don't abandon any kind of balance in how we deal with this thing and focus on what is actually before us from a credible source. And the only credible source presently having provided any information to the public on this is the Auditor General through her report. And to the extent that she has findings in there that warrant further investigation, I expect those further investigations to be done by the appropriate authorities.
Well, there you have it, listeners, viewers on our YouTube channel. The response here from Margaret. Let me start with no, right? What was that? All of it. Let me start with this first. Mark Golding said something that I think needs to be addressed about there hasn't been proper tendering because of the use of the emergency methodology. I think Mark Golding has been involved with governance long enough to know that the use of the emergency measure in the procurement apparatus does not mean that something is going wrong in and of itself. It does not mean that. Yeah? It does not mean that. So that's the first thing. You can't be saying proper procurement isn't taking place because the procurement systems allow for emergency procurement. So the fact that he's just connecting those two is entirely unfortunate and it sends the wrong signal. Yeah. So there is that, and of course the passage of Hurricane Melissa left us with an emergency.
CG I complain about my biscuit paper. See, me not give none of CG. Me know say a chain I get none of complain. See? By the paid Peter CG, I paid PBF side.
He left the country with an emergency, right? And those so important to scrutinize the awarding of the contract should do so and let Jamaica know if we're in fact getting value for money. But I want to address that. Now, the PMP did commit to making the information available. Yes, they did commit to making the information available. I heard that in the opposition leader's response. I don't think Nikisha Birchall's response was as good as it could be because she went almost immediately. The opposition leader eventually did it as well, but went almost immediately to trying to turn the question onto the government. But the truth is the PMP should give an account for the funds it received, and the media should continue to press for the PMP to make this declaration. The People's National Party is one of the two major political parties in this country, and if they came forward to the public and said, look, outside of what the government is doing, we want to ask people who support the People's National Party to contribute funds so that we can be of assistance to those who've been affected by the passage of the hurricane. Nobody should really have had to ask the PNP this. They should have been advising the public at intervals as to how much they have collected so far and what they intend to do with these funds.
All right, so let me just roll out some more shout outs and then let's get into it, my people. See, who I last person, me? I think Nicole I last person. Me shout out. So, We're gonna start from here, so now. Simone, big up yourself. Pauline, Denise, big up yourself. Gwyneth, Carol, big up yourself. Beverly Lewis, Melanie, Jakey, Mona, big up yourself. Ivan, Vitaly, big up yourself. Who else is here? Joy German, A. Hutchinson, John Black, big up yourself. Sheila, big up yourself. Leonie Linus, good evening. Heat Pat, big up yourself. Jem, big up yourself. Bertie, Dan Rowe, big up yourself. CG, I complain about my biscuit, big up yourself. Me hungry, I ain't nothing for the morning, so me not jack down for the life. You better me eat something alive. Tommy, big up yourself. Dolores, big up yourself. Marcia Allen, big up yourself, or Allen. Mama Sonia Turner Geiger, big up yourself. Good evening to my beautiful mother-in-law. Good evening, mommy. Calvin, big up yourself. Troy, big up yourself. Elaine McClarty, good evening. Now, the question tonight that I am posing to you guys is Jail and Silvera, and I want to look on the audacity at this. Look on the audacity. This man would have gone out of his way, murdered his wife. After murdering his wife, he sought to cover it up. That in itself is another crime, you know. He covering up of it, you know. See more, big up yourself. And after he sought to cover it up, we saw him on television days before he got arrested at his wife's funeral, bawling. You don't remember? Me remember. Warrell, big up yourself. He was at his wife's funeral, bawling. We saw him on the Gleaner and on the Observer on the front page, crying, knowing full well he murdered her in cold blood. Thank God we have a government that is, you know, looking after the country's best interest, and it is in the country's best interest that we take murderers off the street. Had this been a PNP government, he would not even have gotten arrested had this been a PNP government. Do not trust me upon the one. See? Now, the phone lines are open, my people. I want the ladies to call in tonight. I want some running commentary from the ladies tonight. You know, do you believe that we should have some leniency on him? And do you believe that, you know, we should allow him, we should accept his guilty plea? Because right now, the murder was premeditated and it looked like it was planned from all accounts. But now he's pleading guilty to manslaughter. Manslaughter is when you accidentally kill somebody. You know, you drive a car and lick down somebody through you did a speed, that is illegal, but you never mean to lick them down. See, that is manslaughter. See, so now he wants to murder his wife, cover it up, go a funeral, go ball, kill the pitney them mother. No pitney them no mother. See, and now he wants to plead guilty to manslaughter. Where is the manslaughter in this? Now, I want to know if you call in, ladies, and tell me, should we have some leniency on him? Should we have some mercy? You know, the Bible says, you know, if we forgive, so should we forgive him? You know, good evening to my beautiful wife. Good evening, baby. Everall, big up yourself. Jam down, big up yourself. Marvelyn, big up yourself as well. Jacqueline, big up yourself. Good evening. Pi Dixon, big up yourself. Who else is here? Corinne, big up yourself. Good evening. There is 293 of us. We need 4 more thumbs up to get to 100. Cindy Lynch, big up yourself. You know, I believe, in my humblest opinion, that, you know, the prosecution should go after the full sentence. You know, they should not make any deal with his lawyers. They should not allow nothing like that. Good evening, Michelle Thousand. Alton, big up yourself. Nicola.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Now, Nicola, we know say woman, you know, you guys have a EQ, right?
Yeah.
This man, he's somebody's son, he's somebody's brother, he's somebody's father. You know, the pity they lose their mother. You know, him is a wicked man. But do you believe that we should have some leniency and him and accept his plea of manslaughter, guilty by manslaughter? Do you agree that we should? Do you accept that we should?
First and foremost, he was not charged for manslaughter.
Exactly.
He wasn't being charged for manslaughter.
Exactly.
And this man, what he did was premeditated to his wife. And now he wants to premeditate our judicial system. It's not going to work. We never charge him for manslaughter. Whatever charge him get for, that is when we going to get charged for, not manslaughter. So for me, they're trying to fix our judicial system for their benefit. And the next thing, if the case try, enough I go down with him.
You don't know what.
Enough I go down with him.
We have two issues here, you know. We have two issues here. I'm going to outline them for you. We have two issues here. I'm going to outline them for you. So if one, if they accept him manslaughter plea of guilty by manslaughter, that would mean that there's one set of rules for you and one set of rules for the elite.
Exactly.
See? And also
exactly. That's why I'm saying that he wants to fix the system, because I've never seen it. I love to watch true crime, and I've never seen a criminal call the shot. You weren't being charged for manslaughter. So you are going to say, okay, I'm going to admit to manslaughter. Or plead guilty to manslaughter. I've never seen that. That wasn't an option. That it was straight murder. And as I said to you before, so there's so many more to go down with him.
You think so?
Because the police, the whoever that turn up on the scene, the this, the that, and the this. There's so many more. So what I'm feeling, my gut is telling me, is that they ask him to do them a favor. Because of the whole of them go down.
You know what me I worry about?
This a case, yeah? Yeah.
Me I worry about say, you know, the prosecution might not want to go to trial and might accept his guilty plea of manslaughter because, you know, trial take a lot of money. It is long. But I believe that it is in the best interest that we spend that money. What do you think?
No, what do you mean the trial is long? So if he didn't say, so what are you saying? If he did not plead guilty, the trial would have gone on? No,
well, what I'm saying is the manslaughter seems to be on the table because if he's saying that he's changing his plea to guilty by manslaughter, it seems to be on the table. So maybe he might talk to the lawyer.
It's not on the table. It is not on the table, DUJON. It is not on the table. Yeah. That's the reason why I did not get bail. It is not on the table. They are trying to put it on the table because, let me tell you, I'm tired of these opposition people. They're acting as if they are in control of this country and they are abusing the country in the opposite state that they are in. Imagine if they were in government. Me tired of it. It hurt me to the core. Because this is just one of the many. Because they have done so many things while in opposition. I can't even imagine if they were in government.
You can't imagine the amount of people they kill and cover up already. Can
you
imagine?
Exactly. And if they had known that this would be the result, they probably would have you just hear such a mission. if him didn't know it, did have a turn out that way here, him would have just remove her.
This is unprecedented still, because in a Jamaica, we are going to live to see a politician who done something wrong, and he's going to get punished for it. And he had to take Andrew Holness to fix the judiciary and fix the police, give them the tools and the power, because under regular circumstances, I remember that they hide a lot of evidence and they tampered with a lot of evidence. So some of the evidence, and maybe not the ballistic report and the autopsy, maybe that is concrete, but a lot of the other evidence might be circumstantial, because they clean up a place and clean up a place thoroughly, and
exactly, and that is aiding, that is what you call that. That's like you're helping towards. You're a part of the murder. Once you come in and you clean up and all of that, you're a part of it. So that's why I'm saying to you that what they're doing, I think the opposition leader talked to him, because he was his right hand man, his security, in charge of his security. So he asked him to go that route, because it would take down a lot of, remember, a lot of persons put their they made statements. A lot of people made statements, some come publicly, but there's a lot of statements that were made by many, and it is in record. So that is what he has done, would have exposed them if we don't take it and we go to trial. It would let us see who these monsters are and see them for who they are. So some police that would think, and they might have to move from their position.
Well,
because they would ended up being a part of the crime.
And ended up they are. It is evident.
Exactly.
It was said that,
but exposed.
It was said
exposed with because saying it is one. Because I mean, when you listen to the PNP vloggers, they only talk things you cannot read into it. You can't see it. They can't point out nothing. They are just the propagandists, period.
For example.
But when these things happen now on the court, we will see truth, we will see facts, we will see evidence, we would see everything, and we would see each individual for who they are, even little bit, the one that said a little bit of blood, because she a part of it.
You know what I hope?
So she might would have to come and go court too.
You know what I hope? I hope the one police officer will attend the scene, because they say clean up start, the one officer, I hope that the prosecution got to him and got him to be a witness and give him a deal, because he's the one who would really stuck in the knife in this.
Exactly. Exactly. So that is what they're doing. So when you see they do this, it's not because they want to, it's when they look and see the evidence that is up against them, because we have a state of the art, I mean, ballistic. Yes. So they can't, it's not nothing where they can play with. And it seems, and the next thing again, I saw where the government prosecutors, they are saying that they can't try the Klansman. And I saw where, I don't remember the name of, it's Jamaica for Justice. They come out and say, no, you have to try it. So now they can't ask for nobody to postpone this, because a trial it there and a trial it a go.
So what is intriguing, and we would I really like them to get to the bottom of in this trial. And me hope them put it on TV, me will see. Well, they won't do that, but me hope that is what they would have done. But listen to this. That one police officer that turned up on the scene, somebody would have called him and sent him there. I want them to tell us who that person that called that officer and send that officer there.
And you cannot know that without a trial.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying the best thing, if there's no trial, him have to admit, him have to plead guilty to murder. nothing less than murder, murder.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's what he's supposed to be charged for.
But we'll see.
That's what he's supposed to plead for. Because you see, it's like I don't know what these people take us for. What them take us for?
You know, me glad say.
It look like we are cartoon. It look like we Jamaican people are cartoon characters. That they can just place with anyone and do anything, and we just sit down and watch it.
Me what wife style so they have him as a crown witness, the police officer, and anybody else that was party to it that they can get on board. But something like this, imagine now whatever your wife have, you know, make she go on her way and you file for divorce and you go where you go, you're a businessman, you have your money, you galang where you go, where you kill the rat.
No, D. Let me tell you. It's more than what you think. They wanted her asset. So them want to do some big, housing and housing development and all of that. They wanted her asset. So that is not as though it might seem to you. It's not as though it might seem to you. It is more than. Because like remember, I know. Remember when it just took place, they say him used to up and down. Him have what you call it. Him have like you say a permanent streetwise, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Him have a woman in the street where anywhere you see him, you see her, you know.
Okay.
So she would have just be the wife where the that
for official reasons,
you know.
Yeah. I understand.
But when in the street, him have somebody where him and the person they rule.
You know, I suspect it's the same thing that is going on with Mark Golin and Sanjay. If you remember the gala, when Mark Golin turned up at a gala, Mark Golin is sitting in the front of the car with the security. And when he come out and when Sanjay come out and them a walk, Mark attempt to hold Sanjay and Sanjay fan him off. You know, did see that? You don't see that? Me catch that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Me catch that. So I suspect it is the same thing. They are just remaining married for official purposes. You know?
Oh, right now, they would say the chip is falling where they may, and we just have to accept it how it is and deal with it like it is. It don't make no sense. All who have woman as a face card, okay, you know, say you're not into woman, but you use a woman, and okay, this is a face card. Let's go. Well, at least we have a prime minister that is a straight man that has a woman and takes her as his wife, deal with her as such, respect her and uphold her. Don't take a woman for granted. And I respect that about him.
Big up Michael
because
Palmer.
Too long, woman is not of value in our government. Woman wasn't of value in the Jamaican government. And it's true. Mm-hmm. You might have a few that, you know, when the extreme, and they went through a lot. But these women that are there now, they're not suffering what under our government administration, I should say. The point of correction.
You know, even
these women
violence.
in the governing party right now. If you observe them, they move free, they move respectably, they don't move like they're scared or they're being bullied or they're understand?
No, but if you even look from before Andrew Wallace, domestic violence never used to be taken seriously. Big up Spendy and
exactly.
Dana. Big up on yourself. You know, but now they are taking it seriously. So I am glad that they caught this brother and he never got away with it. You know?
Never.
And I was told by several persons.
You can't have a criminal call in the shot. What kind of governance we would be under?
You know, somebody tell me say I want very terrible brother.
Control the government. Because to me, I don't think that this opposition really thinks that they're opposition. Sometimes I'm wondering if they don't get it. It's coming like I don't think they get it. I don't know if they don't understand or them think that there's a chance of winning. Like It's 5 more years. So meet us on the other side of 5 more years. But they're acting as if they're government. Because look at Miss Burchell. They're asking her a question about how can you have a PNP conference or press conference, and you're talking about the opposition. The question was posed at your party, and you're speaking, you're reflecting or deflecting to the governing party.
Yeah.
So what are your purpose?
They know no purpose.
What is it?
More than for just be annoying. That's their purpose. And you know, up till now, the
Exactly.
PNP have not condemned this brother. You know, see him go plead guilty to manslaughter. That means they do it. I'll know they not condemn.
Exactly. And they don't condemn his action.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Exactly. And there's more to it. There's so much more that they have not done. But yet still they're telling us and how we must hold our government responsible and this and that for millions and so on. I'm wondering, and then they're calling themselves lawyers. You know, to be honest, I really believe, you know, I remember when they say some of these students going to some of the dealing with some of these lecturers and so on. Some of them use them body to get certificate. Excuse my language for like the real woman them. But me believes that I don't think this lady have any education, you know. I don't really think she don't really, to me, I think all she have is, I wouldn't even say, she don't even sound like a high school graduate. It is true.
Who, Sandra?
And if I'm going to be a part of an institution where I have to lie and belittle my intellect in order, because sometimes, you know, you first have to lie to yourself, you know, and then you sell the lie to us, you know. You know that?
Yes.
Yeah, when you're lying, you have to lie to yourself in order for you, when you're selling the lie to us, because you're trying to have us believe your lie.
Big up MDL. Good
and
evening.
She just look like a dummy to me.
She and big up herself as well.
And she, to me, they're embarrassing. Even she just let me, because I mean, when you see a lot, let me tell you, when you see a woman silent when certain things is happening to another woman, that woman has no class. Especially the fact that it's not like, oh, you're going to, well, I guess probably she's scared, but there's no way. Look at what is happening to Miss Chang and all these women, they're silent.
And nobody knows.
So I'm thinking that they have been through it and they now love their predators, that the ones that do not want to be a part of it, they see them as an outcast. And it's true.
Denise, I will add you to the call, Denise. So hang up, Denise, and I will add you to the call. Yeah, continue, Nicola.
We just can, and you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that we're supposed to have, as much as that woman, it was a PNP before she died, I think we're supposed to have a day for her. And every woman, if it's a color red, we just wear red and show these people that we do care as women.
You know,
and if it's blue, whatever color, we wear that on that day.
When a female is murdered, you know, it no matter if them at JLP or PNP, you know.
Exactly. You know what I'm thinking?
Turn on your device, Denise. Yeah, echo back to us.
I did. Thank you.
Yes. Good evening. Beg you a second, Nicole.
Good evening, guys.
Go ahead, Denise.
Can I go ahead?
Yeah, man. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Yes. As it relates to the press conference and the female that Nicola is talking about, I don't know if anybody noticed her during that questioning.
Mm-hmm.
And right after she's finished speaking on the mic, and speaking about the billions that the JLP collected. Did you look at her face? She was out of breath. You know, like when somebody stole something and they standing in a corner very guilty. That's the look. That is the look she had. Yes. You see the guilt written all over her face.
Yes. She looked very older to me. You know, she looked like...
I don't know if it's older, she older, you know, or the life of politics is taking a toll. Because
the life of politics. Yes. And the life that she has to tell.
Yes, that lie that she has to tell. She has to pluck up her whole heap of courage in order to go out there and actually say that.
Definitely, Denise.
And that's what I was saying. When you lie over time, you know, it changes your features.
Yeah,
yes, it shows on you after a while. Ugly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Look at Jalen Silvera right now. When Jalen got arrested, he was like what?
52.
40 or something. Whatever his age 52. Was. He has aged like 10 years
even Mark
in
Golden.
That 2-year period.
After I backslide,
Mark Golden. Drain you like a vampire.
Yeah, man. Even Bucky Mars, I backside, give me age too. Age.
Well, Bucky Mars, I'm age with you, I don't know. He looks like a very old, tired, drunken man.
Great overnight. Even Damien Crawford, the whole of them look old, tired, and bust up.
Exactly, overnight, because the lies that they keep telling is taking a toll on them.
But as I said to you, you see, I think because this is nothing new in their administration. So I think that Stockholm syndrome, because it is one, when like a group of women, they know they're predators. But some of them accept their predators because when you have Stockholm syndrome, it's like you no longer, you love your predator. You become a lover of that predator.
Because you have become removed from the trauma.
Exactly.
That's why Mr.
Chano can make a difference to it. Because she's showing them that I'm not in for it. So because of that now, they see her now, the women see her as an enemy. Because she's a threat. She's a threat to them.
Let me say this to you. This brother here, I think he have 2 or 3 children with this lady. And he killed her and he tried to cover it up. And I remember when they arrest him and his kids waving to him, he did not even react. He's the epitome of evil. See?
Evil.
And we must not allow any manslaughter charge plea around here. Never. We must go to the wire with it. And we must lock him up for life.
And you know the worst thing? He had a child before her. And she took good care of that child. As if that child was hers. This man is evil. This man is self-centered. This man, and this is how these men are. So it's just that this administration put a stop and a barrier around their, what you would say now, these the thing that they use to hide who they are.
Nicola,
this is nothing new, it's just that they normally get away with it.
I was told,
but this administration come and drop a bomb on them where them can't shuffle, and them it may happen.
I was told that he regular fighter, I was told that he regular beat her up, and they all know
he
was
about beating her before.
Yes, I told
that he person spoke about it.
Yeah, I was told about it that he regular beat her up and nobody says anything. And I was told that he kill his neighbor dog them because them make too much noise.
Oh no.
So he look like
yes, I heard about that one. So this man is evil, yes. Yes, the neighbor, yes, I heard about that one. But that is the reason why I'm saying to you that because of the PNP administration before, they felt like they are so powerful. Them things that them bigger than anything else. and them can cover anything else as long as them have their money. But what is happening now, this administration drop a bomb on them. Because whereas it doesn't matter if you're rich, you're poor, you're in between, you're gonna have to do what you have to do, pay the price that you have to pay. So if they think, because that is what they're doing now, that this is an abuse, of our judiciary system, because you were charged for manslaughter, but you are going to determine the charge that you want.
One thing I can tell you, Nicole, this trial will determine how.
There is something called case law.
Yeah.
So if they can set the precedent with this case and it gets into writing, going forward, lawyers can draw on this to say, case law, based on this case that happened in the past, then we can set this as a precedent to rule on other cases.
So we cannot allow it.
But one thing I want to point out too, you see this case here, this case will determine the future of what happens with high-profile persons in Jamaica.
Yeah, that's what she's saying.
You see, if he's convicted, that will send a signal down the line that when I use a big person to do something, the law is coming for you. You're not bigger than the law anymore. And that is why I love Angie Holmes.
Yes.
See? If PNP didn't have power, he wouldn't get be a long time and case almost that.
Of course. No doubt.
Maybe he wouldn't even be arrested.
Maybe he wouldn't have. Exactly.
They must say all Bucky Swamps, They must say all Bucky Swamps come out and say, oh, she died in her sleep or some natural cause. He announced the lady's death before she was even pronounced dead by a real doctor.
And before she was even seen by a pastor.
Exactly.
You understand? So, that's why I was saying to Dujon that. That's why I was saying to Dujon that there's so many to go down with him. So what they're trying to do is allow him to plead because they have written things against all of those people that been to the house and even the one who say she see a little bit of blood.
Jamaica really a change, guys, because you see Mr. Beach is stout, go to prison. Normally, them the kind of people that can buy out the case.
Jamaican billionaire.
Today when I heard the news, Pardon?
Missy Noel Maitland, a police officer, get charged, get fined guilty as well. Normally, then something.
And Cameron is going down next.
So Jamaica is changing for the better, my people. It is evident. Go ahead, Denise.
Okay, today, when I heard this news, two things ran across my mind. If his plea for manslaughter is accepted, then Mark Golden can stay and run for the president, going forward. If the plea is denied, I strongly believe that Mark Golden will resign
immediately.
He's going to resign because he is going down with this ship.
Exactly. Yes, that's what I'm saying. There's so many to go down with him. So they want to plea, so they don't have to come and stand and they don't have to come and speak. They don't have to be called upon. They don't have to be, you understand? And taking out against what they have said before.
There is a part of it.
Me hope if them did the present on the night after it happened with the cleanup, me hope all of them get locked up.
All of them. They might call Bobby Montague name, but I don't know his involvement because he was not on the scene.
That's a PNP. Members of PNP say Juliet
But the thing is, why they call his name, probably, I don't know if it's his constituency, but they can call his name because you might not know. I might make a call to you And because you're in a certain position, but you don't know my purpose, you don't know my cause for calling you. I might say to you, say, I want you to get something done for me, no, but you did not know exactly what it was.
You're not
Right.
paying no mind to that.
So that's exactly what would have taken place in the court. Everything would be exposed. So we would have known Bobby Montague's name would have been cleared. Everybody who all of what we have twisted would have been cleared up. And we know exactly who said what and what had transpired.
Let me just
so
say
all clarity would take place.
Let me just say this. Pay that no mind because me hear PNP. I say, Juliet will kill Melissa Silvera. I'm here PNP. I say that on the platform. Eh? And the man we kill his wife, lock up in a jail. And at the same time, them I say, Juliet will kill her. See? So, pay that no mind.
All right. But you know, to be honest, if we study the cards that these PNP play, we should have known there's something else that come after that, because you didn't know that was one of the cards that they played. They sent out that now for us to see how well it would have deflect and caused the hate upon the JLP. But when they realize that get quick, and say, no, that's not working. Because they rush out with that one, But it just get cut down quick. Because when I heard it, I was so upset. But Michelle Stern, she went ahead and she investigated and went and look up the title. And when she look up the title, there's no such thing. So that get quick and fast. Because let me tell you, we are working, We're not working, Me I tell you, so now work. It may look like, but you guys are working. You now work. Me I tell you, because when Michelle Stern go and take out title and look up the title and all of that and expose it, then foot get kicked right. That's why they must say, no, we can't go use that card. They can't play. It get destroyed. We have to come again. So them realize they have to come with this now. So if we were thinking, we should have expected them to come with something different before the case starts.
But me ask you something, because if the trial start and I find out say the prosecution offer him the manslaughter deal, I would be very, very upset.
That would be disappointing. That would be a travesty of justice.
Yeah, man, I'd be very upset.
That would be a travesty.
I don't even know how I would feel. That would be like a kick in the stomach. I don't know how I would take that one. Honestly. I think this DPP she's working.
This is where that proves.
I don't think that. I honestly don't think that. I don't think that. It would be a shocker to me because let me tell you, this DPP she ain't playing. But what I'm seeing,
I hope you're following in footsteps.
You understand? So I don't think so. Honestly, I don't think they put that to her, especially the fact that they're saying because they were focusing on this case and they was asking time for the clansman and the way them rush out on the people. I don't think so them a try to say do nothing where that is concerned. I think them a try a lot of things, because they're using the Jamaica for justice to do so many things,
Question. Do we need more prosecutors in Jamaica? Because it's a case like this I should have long tried already, him should have been a prisoner already serving time. Why take 2 years to try him? Even though, back in the day, he would have gotten bail. Because a whole heap of gunmen we know we do things and then get bail and still go back go do other things. See? So at least this time
while on bail. But in case like this Dujon, come on. Even in the state right now, even Kohlberger never get in case never go too far. When this is not a normal case,
No, it's not.
Come on, this is not a normal case, Don't take this case for granted, This is a case of precedent. This is a case that's going to impact international people. Trust me. This is not a normal case.
Well,
So the prosecution have to make sure so them have all the things together and all of this, and
DPP can make her name off this case.
Yes, I believe that the
Yeah, but the way
PNP.
he's
I believe that MDL
Yes.
that the PNP wanted to win to free him. I believe that 100%. Because if they win, they could have skewed the narrative. They could have bully who them for bully and get the case thrown
Right.
out or long out this until we forget about it. And then we see him get bail, then we don't hear nothing about it after a while. So
Exactly. And if you people weren't around, it would be the best thing for them.
well, they are around, so sorry. Sorry, PNP, we are around.
Exactly.
Wanna get
So
paid.
all of the narrative that they're trying to create, it get knocked down.
Boy,
So
All I'm
that's
looking
it.
forward to.
me
I
can't-
can't wait to hear El Buck Chapo name call and him go down with this case.
The Johnny say give them one name, El
El Buck Chapo.
No, but you say Bucky Master. Oh yeah, aka El Buck Chapo.
El Buck
Yeah,
Chapo.
man, then in a chap in a Finzak, man. I'm a criminal. Remember, I'm a mafia boss.
That was that's where the name come from.
Yeah, man.
Him a Chapo man.
Remember say PNP.
Oh,
Remember say PNP is a mafia, You have El Chapo who's a mafia, so that's my name, El Buck Chapo, because he was a mafia, plus him is a Bucky master and a
Okay.
thief. So three name combined, Mm. Yeah, man.
Well, I was saying that if she had like a great support, or it doesn't have to be her, but like if there's a woman, like a women movement that would come together and say, okay, on the 23rd or the beginning of the trial, we are Jamaican women must wear. I would love for that, because I would definitely partake in
We
it.
can definitely
Because
do it,
they have to show women
We can
support.
definitely do it. Me not have a following on TikTok like before. Well, the following is still there, but because me not post on it. But if somebody make a flyer and post it on TikTok, I'm sure it will go. And that we do for back the blow there. And when see them a do them a make it official now. And we did come up with back the blow there, Me and my team, See?
Oh yeah.
And see them a make
The
it
police,
official now.
to support police.
Them have a day for support police officer in Jamaica as well. So I'm sure
Yes,
if we
yes.
probably do a flyer or something and post it, and several persons post it,
And we share it.
and we share it, it will probably take off.
Yes, definitely. Because we have to show this is not normal, and this is everything. You would have said they would have said 10 story in a one, but an a
Yeah,
story,
man.
a situation,
Yeah, that day,
circumstance. This
Nicola.
is verbally abused.
Yeah.
Abuser. Character.
Yeah,
Everything. This man destroy a woman. And when we look and see, it's not like, like you say, oh, a woman where they're all over the place and probably some cheating or, which we don't know their personal life, but we haven't seen anything of that sort. We have seen him to be the cheater, because we know we know a woman that is, full time with him.
Let me say this at you. If he really putting gun inside or something and kill her there, so that probably reason why he do that.
No, but in any case, that still does not give him the right.
No, he can't give me right.
Yeah.
He can't give me right ever. All if she did take 10,000 man, he no give enough film. He never born with no crutches. See? So,
And that is why we need to stand behind this
So-
and ensure say a fair trial is brought to them. And
Yes.
in the same breath,
If somebody,
we have to stand behind Julian Chang.
so if exactly, because her
Can't
case
leave
as
for
well.
another female.
So we need to do it. So in her case, if it happened to go to trial, we do the same. So
Right.
on her child day, we do the same with our colors. So at least we'd have if a man thinking a certain way, him think twice. It better
Right.
leave her alone. Because we are going to unite against the abuse and all of that men tend to offer, or some men tend to offer.
Well, here what to do.
Right.
Somebody make the flyer and decide on the color I wanna go wear and give it to me, and I will post it on all of my social media, and I will ask my friends to post it as well. Because we were so elated when we saw that Marlon Morgan said that they're going to make, supporting the police officers, they were going to have a day for it. We were so glad to see that was an initiative by us, and it actually
That's a
took
great
off.
initiative.
And see government to adapt now. So, we might be able to swing it.
Well, I won't be able to get the poster design, but I will follow and I will share and I
Anybody
will
who can
do the
it
rest.
and send it to me. I will accept it. And I will post it. And I will see whatever little cloth when we have and we can use it though.
Yes.
Remember, I'm just a tiny little blogger now, so must take off.
Yes. Yes, sir. We understand. Well, that's my take on it. So let me listen to you guys further.
All right, Nicola, big up yourself. I was getting a call. I'm trying to add somebody else to the panel, but I don't know what to take them. I don't know if an accident-ish call by. I will.
Oh, they come on.
Okay, Ish.
Hey, hello.
Yeah, man. Good evening.
Hey, Dodge.
Yeah, man.
This is Naf.
Big up
Naf.
yourself.
I want to make a comment.
Yeah, man. Go ahead.
Well, I was checking this thing out, and I noticed that they want to enter a plea of manslaughter.
Yes.
Now, there's 3 degrees of manslaughter, and that I was checking the evidence from both sides, from the prosecutor and the defendant.
Yeah.
And all the evidence point to premeditation of murder.
Yeah.
So the DPP cannot, at no uncertain terms, accept a plea of manslaughter.
Yep.
Because it will be a travesty of justice.
Yep.
Right.
There is no way you can justify a manslaughter charge at this multitude. Because it's murder.
Yes,
it was planned, it was executed.
And them doing
and
that,
killed.
Them doing that is like what Nicola said. They're trying to slap our justice system in the face.
Actually, what they're doing, I'm not speculating because there's a lot of integers in this.
Yeah.
I think, and it's just my opinion, from all the facts that I gathered, they are trying to cover up multiple suspects.
Yep.
Because if this goes to trial, names are going to be called, fingers are going to be pointed, and people are going to be implicated.
Yep.
And they are trying to avoid that. So by accepting a manslaughter charge, which probably in Jamaica give approximately a minimum of 7 years to a maximum of 15 years, depends on the degree the DPP add to it. They add to it versus a minimum of 25.
Yeah.
So
Right. Yes.
it's not even the sentence they're worried about. They're worried about the information that's going to be leaked.
Well, I hope the
person
government are watching him.
phone calls and
I hope
some
the
calls
government
might be
have
tapped.
hype on him and make them kill him.
I mean, the DPP should not accept, because the DPP have the authority to decline this plea, because at first he pleaded not guilty on murder charge.
Yep.
Right. But that's what he's been charged for, murder.
But
You
that's
were
what
in
he's been
charge for
charged. He's not being
manslaughter.
charged for because there is no integers there that's subject. You know what manslaughter is? I'm gonna give you the degrees of manslaughter. Let's say me and Dude had a fight, right?
Yeah.
Fist to fist.
Yeah.
And I punched Dude in the head.
Yeah.
And he fall on the ground and hit his head on the concrete.
Mm-hmm.
That's manslaughter because my action caused his death.
Yeah.
But it wasn't planned for me. I didn't plan to kill him.
Unintentional.
Yeah, it's unintentional, right? And the
Unintentional.
The second degree of manslaughter is almost similar, but only difference is I know that the weapon that I picked up, for example, let's say Dutch beat me up and I can't fight him back, and I run and pick up a stone and throw it at him and it hit him in the head and kill him, right? That's manslaughter too.
Yeah.
Right? Because I didn't intend to kill him, but I know that if the stone hit him, the possibility it could have killed him. So you call that indifference of life, right? Yeah. So that's manslaughter 2. Manslaughter 1 is when me know that I have a knife in my pocket, and I know if I take the knife right now and stab Doge, it will kill him. So if I stab him with a knife and he go to the hospital and he died from my action, then that's manslaughter 1.
Yep.
But there is no integers in this that says that this murder was manslaughter. They covered the whole thing up. First, they said she had an aneurysm.
Yep.
They said she was on her period because they know exactly where they place the weapon and how they shoot her, that the bullet was going to exit her body to show evidence. And they see that if they accept the fact that they think it was an aneurysm, they wasn't going to do an autopsy.
And they tampered with the evidence, so everything eliminate manslaughter, period.
Exactly. Yep. So from the point of the
mean, I can't imagine, as Dujon say, my stomach, I would literally be ill.
I mean,
if I hear that, I don't think the DPP would have done
what
that.
What kind of anger him could have so when taking... Listen to this. What kind of anger him could have so when taking own personal license firearm that is government issued and fire at his wife? How does he not expect implications to come from that?
But did he fire at her or you placed the weapon in a certain spot? According to what I'm reading.
Well, either way, he fire at her. He fire,
yeah,
you know.
No, he don't fire. He fired on her, not at her. At her would seem that if he could have missed, he couldn't have missed. Because he placed it.
Yeah, he placed it at a particular point where he know the bullet wasn't gonna be ejected from the body. And according to what I'm seeing, I'm reading, he put it into her vagina. That's where he shoot her.
That's why.
But you know, I was watching another vlogger where Michelle Stern Dodge, and she was saying that when normally you doesn't die from it. Like if you get a shot there, like a one-off.
Yeah.
A woman doesn't normally die from it because they're saying the womb, because it tends to contract. The womb, the contraction of the womb would allow the gun to expand, like the firearm or the shot would to expand and go back because the whole structure of the womb.
No, I know that's not possible. Okay, once a bullet is fire, there's nothing that's going to push it back unless it's because it's gas operated. There's nothing going to push it back. What happened is he fired in the vagina, and the round get lodged in the muscles and didn't escape. Okay, and that's what and she internally bleed. So when they saw the blood come from her nose, they use it as an excuse to say she have an aneurysm.
Yeah.
And when they go further look, blood was trickling down from her vagina and said she was on her period.
Yeah, but you see where you said the muscle, that's what she was explaining. But what happened is that he did it more than once to cause a fatal injury. Yes, he did it more than once. He did it 3 times. So it's not like he did it once.
Yes, that's right. There was 3 bullets.
Yes, 3 bullets.
If a 3 bullet, then can't claim manslaughter. Then if a 3 shot, then can't claim manslaughter.
Manslaughter gone home. With make a manslaughter get buried. That's not in a this.
By the point that he placed the bullet at a specific spot to get a certain effect, you cannot claim manslaughter.
Exactly.
But
you cannot claim manslaughter. And if they let this go,
we're supposed to explode.
If they let this go and give this guy a manslaughter charge, trust me,
it is going to set a bad precedent.
Our judicial system is
totally messed up if they let this go. This guy should be charged for murder.
So many people, even international, is looking on this case. That's what I'm saying. This is not a case where it's a Jamaican case. It's a world case. This is an international case. Trust me, because this type of cover up is not. It's not easy. For you to not see any, like you don't see any blood and so on, and her clothes is intact, all of that. There's a team of cover people. It's not just one man thing.
And you see that you have a propensity of violence.
Yes,
if you look back in the history of this guy.
physically.
It's the proclivity of his style. That's what he does. I mean, it's not the first time. I mean, you just don't get up one day and say, let me go put my weapon in the vagina of my wife and squeeze the trigger 3 times.
And then the children were there.
How can you justify such action if that's not your proclivity? You can't. It's your he just escalate the violence to a point, and she perhaps had something on him and he didn't want it to release. I'm just speculating. I don't know that for a fact. So don't quote me on that. That's just pure speculation on my part. But from my experience, and trust me, when I say my experience, I know what I'm talking about because I've been doing it for years. Okay? I've been doing law enforcement. I'm in the law arena for years. Almost about 45 years. And I've seen cases, I have dealt with cases, and I've seen where people come and cried out for manslaughter when the integers that show there's no way, possibility, manslaughter
in this case, it is clear that manslaughter is ruled out. In this case, it's clear.
It is, had to be.
As they.
Can't be.
Period. Period. No manslaughter.
There's no way they could accept a manslaughter charge. There's no way they should accept. They cannot and they should not accept a manslaughter charge. And if the DPC allowed this to happen,
I think just from the ballistic report alone, that alone is enough. I don't think they need
exactly.
Much more.
I agree with you 100%. That's what I'm saying. From the ballistic report and other evidence from the crime scene suggests that then if it's a manslaughter charge, why did you move the body? I tried to move the body. Why did you try to cover up evidence if it's manslaughter?
Change the
floor. Let me accidentally kill Doge. Why should I cover it up?
Change the mattress, change the floor.
But I know that premeditated killing is murder. That's what it's called. Premeditated killing is murder. Manslaughter is nowhere near premeditated, and that has been, and it is evident that it has been premeditated.
Well,
and so many parties are involved that even probably or just even or law enforcement is involved and all of that. So there's so many wounds that they don't want nobody else to go down with him. So they're trying to have him, but they want to say, okay,
so let me ask you a question.
Try manslaughter. It's not going to work.
Let me ask you a question.
It's my belief. Wait a minute, Judge. Let me say this. Yeah. I believe that what's going on is a lot of co-conspirators before and after. And that's why this manslaughter thing is coming up. Period. That's the only.
I believe so too. But what I want to ask you still, I believe so too. Ish. But let me ask you something. With the murder itself, that comes with a minimum of 25 years. What does he get add on to it for covering up the murder? What does that come with? Why that charge for that?
What could happen? He could get charged for using the weapon. That's a charge too. Okay.
Yep.
If for wantonly disregard of human life by discharging a firearm. That's one. Even though he got a license for it.
Yep.
2, we got the murder charge, and 3, cover up. Right.
Mm-hmm. And
you could also add obstruction on there too. So the totality of the charges, and more than likely,
if they bring on those charges,
say again.
Look for about 45 years. I just say life.
If they bring all those charges against him, more than likely they probably merge a few of them, right?
Yeah.
And then if you find if you find guilty, then there's 2 ways you could go. You could be concurrent. Right, or consecutive. You know the difference, right?
Yep.
Concurrent is him serve all the charge one after the other, right?
Yep.
Or consecutive, that means all the charges compiled and just serve a straight time.
No, that's
So-
concurrent.
No,
Yeah, that's concurrent, right?
Consecutive is one after the other.
One after
Concurrent
the
is when they all
yeah.
run together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in other words, for each crime, you're going to serve a crime for
serve
each
it
time.
consecutive.
Right.
No, no
Concurrent is
That's
one for each time. And consecutive, they combine all the charges and they run into one another.
Yeah, man. I hope
No,
you.
that's concurrent. You said it the wrong way, sir.
Yeah, I said it wrong.
What you mean I'm saying the wrong way?
Consecutive is one after the other.
So if he get 5 years for the murder, he do the 5 years, then he get another 10 years for that, he do the 10 years. But concurrent, no, they do it in one.
Together.
Isn't that what I said?
No, you said the other way.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought that's what I said.
Okay, we understand.
We understand. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
my bad.
Yeah.
My
so,
bad.
I have a question, though. I'd like to say something.
yeah, go ahead.
Is it a case that if they accept the manslaughter charge,
Mm-hmm.
is it a case that all of these other persons that we know are involved, they won't get pulled in if the manslaughter charge go through?
Yeah, because
if it is murder,
No, they won't get pulled in.
Yeah, because if
all
they
of these
accept the
people.
manslaughter charge, there won't be a trial.
There won't
So
be
all
a
you
trial.
There won't be a trial.
All you gotta do is go in front of the
Yeah.
court. All you gotta do is go in front of the court and accept that he plead guilty for the manslaughter charge and
And
say
they won't be a
it
trial.
in public.
They won't need to call up.
And then also,
a little bit of blood, you won't need to call up anybody.
yeah, and here's
down.
here's the thing about it too. When you go in front of the court and say guilty, right? It's mandated that, guess what? The service time get downgraded.
Yeah,
because you accept responsibility, and that's another factor right there.
Yeah, it get taken out of his sentence.
Yeah, and that's another factor right there. They degrade the sentence. There's another factor
I
right
think
there.
I think it is in the best
But
interest.
the sentence is not even what we want. You know?
I think it's in the.
I
in
don't
the
know if
best
you
interest
guys
of
want
Jamaica.
what I want. But I want
Yes,
all
I
of
want
them.
what you want, Denise.
I want
just
all
want
of them
everybody to be exposed.
and
I think they should.
and fling behind bars.
I think they
Yes.
should.
I think it is in the
Everybody
best
to be
interest of
exposed.
Jamaica.
And yes.
You see, right now, the way I feel about it, Miss Sylvia is already gone, and the kids are going to suffer the loss of both parents. At this point, they have lost both parents. So if they give him 10 years, I'm okay with it. As long as elbow chop up, little bit of blood, doctor ties drill, all of them get the same amount of years and go down with it. As long as all of them get incriminated, it don't matter how much years you get. So if they get 40,
And they already incriminate themselves.
it is a year and a year because as long as I know in one go down, I just start to go on.
Yeah.
So I don't want years and get no 100 years. That now go satisfy me. Satisfy me is when all of them go down.
Yes.
Well, in a reality,
All who are involved.
And they should.
Mhm.
Go on,
And that is here that is when we're going to more believe in our system.
Yes, that's how the system works.
And that is equal for everybody, not just
Right.
Not
some.
just
Who think they're
the
above the
man.
law. Yeah. Who think they're above the law. Everybody get the same.
Mhm.
Here you go.
Them said justice is blind, right? That's what they said, right?
That is it.
So we can't say, oh, because your net worth is $500 million, you can get a slap on the shoulders.
Right.
You can't do that. And because I've seen it happening. I've been in cases where
You have to split the justice.
yeah, I've been in cases where a guy was involved with just an 8-ball, which is you call personal use, and another person have like 64 keys of coke. And the guy with 64 keys of coke get PTI, which means pre-trial intervention. And the guy who got the 8-ball get 15 years. Don't make no sense.
Mhm.
And because
So
the system
we
is
can't.
blind.
Yeah, because the system is not balanced, you know.
Right.
They tend to want to look towards the guy with the heavy pocket,
Yeah, man. They're trying to give him the slap on the wrist.
are the standards that they have in public status, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Go serve your time because you do the crime.
Yeah, man.
Right?
Yeah.
You should have gone out
And we want who has implicated themselves in it, who have been involved in it. We want everybody that is a part of it to, yes. to get charged in it. That is what we want as women or as women. We want justice for Melissa.
Yeah, man.
Real justice.
I believe that Jamaica is heading in the right direction, and I believe that we will get justice. You know, I can't say me not believe. Me have to believe because me believe.
Yeah, you have to put your trust into it. Yes, and you know put that positive attitude out front. That's true.
If I see anything other than me, I'm gonna be very upset. Me, I tell them.
I mean, it might not be 100% foolproof, but that's all we have, right? So we have to live with it, and we have to make sure it works for us, even though sometimes we know it's imbalanced. But that's the only justice system we have right now, and without it, we're gonna have anarchy and chaos, and we don't want that, right?
No, we don't want that.
Because that's what the PM is trying to do right now, is bring Jamaica in a position where chaotic and anarchy don't exist. Even though you know, it's a long stretch, but that's what we're hoping for. So this case should prove what the future of the justice system
will set a precedent.
Yes.
Right. Because after this case, you have Paulwell case, there's so many cases.
Wow.
There's so many cases.
Yeah.
So,
They have to go down.
I mean, yeah, so this will set a precedent. So all these people who think that, your money is your everything, we show that there's something bigger than money.
Right.
And that's justice. Yeah.
Yeah, guys.
And as a woman, that's what we want, justice.
Well, I want to say good night, ladies, and thanks for the little input I could put in, and thank you for the time, Dodge.
Yeah, man. Enough respect.
And keep what you're doing, man, because what you're doing, you epitomize what most Jamaicans should come forward and put forward.
Yeah.
Help build this country and let us country go to a positive. And what you're doing is very, very good.
Yeah, man. Enough
and
respect.
keep it up. Keep it up.
Enough
Respect.
Have to keep the foot on the gas.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Keep it up,
All
man.
right, ladies.
Respect. Yeah, man.
All right, dude, we're going to leave you because we know you probably have work or you have to get up early.
Yeah, man.
You do it from overseas.
Bedtime,
So
man.
we know your work hard, twice as hard, harder than the Jamaican vloggers.
Yeah, man.
But there you go.
All right. Me soon.
All right,
morning.
have a
See?
good night.
Have a good night, guys.
Yeah, you too.
All right. Big up on yourself. Big up all 328 person. Please subscribe if you're here for the first time. Big up all 180 person that gave me a thumbs up. You know, we wanted to get to 200, but we never make it tonight. So, you know, big up all 180 persons. Big up all 323 persons who is still here. Please subscribe, and I'll see you in the morning. See? Big up on yourself. Much love. Surely, bright.